Hey guys, hope everything's going well for you. I just wanted to touch base and kind of highlight or point out some of the important parts of Act One of Romeo and Juliet. So we start out in Romeo and Juliet, and we have this fight scene between the Capulet servants and the Montague servants. They're picking at each other, and then they start to have a fight. The prince comes, well, Benvolio comes and tries to break it up, but then the prince comes and he like yells at them and he tells them, if you guys can't get it together, Montagues and Capulets, you're all gonna die. Like you'll all be put to death if this continues. And there's two reasons that we have this scene at the beginning. The first one is to point out that the Capulets and Montagues have this long-standing feud. It's been going on for a long time. It's so deep in their families that even the servants kind of are in on it, and they're just like it just goes on and on and on. So it's this like big feud that kind of can't be overcome. And it's an important aspect of the play, obviously. The other reason that we have this scene is so that the prince can come break it up and say, hey, you guys keep disrupting our city. You keep causing trouble here. And it's to show that this feud is already a troublesome thing for the citizens of Verona and to kind of foreshadow that it's going to continue to cause more trouble. So that's our fight scene. Then we go on, and the kind of what I want to talk about right here is like Romeo in Act One. Romeo, a lot of you guys described him as like lovesick, and I really liked that word. He's very mopey. He's very like, oh, my life is terrible. Everything's terrible. And that is because he's in love with a girl who is not in love with him. And this, I think, is like the part that surprises people the most when they read Romeo and Juliet the first time, because everybody knows like Romeo and Juliet are going to end up in love. But in Act One, that's not who he's in love with. He's in love with this girl over here, this Rosalind girl, and he is devastated because she doesn't love him back. She says she's going to be celibate forever. She's never going to marry, and he is heartbroken about that, and he's crushed. And that's actually the reason that they end up at the Capulet ball because Benvolio is like, hey, I know it'll make you feel better. Let's go to this party we accidentally got invited to, and then you'll see some pretty girls. And Romeo's like, well, I'll go because Rosalind's going to be there and I can check her out. But then when he shows up, he sees Juliet. And all of a sudden, it's like Rosalind doesn't exist anymore. And now he's in love with Juliet from that first glance, and then they meet, the love blossoms, and it's only after that attraction that Romeo finds out that Juliet is the daughter of his father's sworn enemy. And the reason that it's important for you to understand that Romeo was in love with somebody else before, at the beginning of the play, is because it makes you question, like, how mature is this love if he can go so quickly from being heartbroken about this one girl to being desperately in love with Juliet? Is Romeo's love mature? Is it sincere? Does Romeo really understand love? And that's for you as the reader to decide. But like for me as the reader, when I look at that, I think, I don't know that I trust Romeo's understanding of love. And so that's how we leave off Act One is he's in love with Juliet and he's just found out that these people are related, or not, that she's the daughter of a Capulet or that she is a Capulet. So hopefully that helps kind of clear up and just point out like those important details from Act One that you'll take with you going forward. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day, guys.